A couple of years ago, when Benji and I were starting to work on our course, Vlogging Academy, Benji sat me down and told me 3 things that he wanted his professional life to revolve around. Here they go. YouTube, creators, and the creator economy. There's one of those that is circled. I'll let you guess which one. So when there's news about the creator economy, we place it here in front and center in the show because that's a big deal for creators, right? And last week, Benji sent me this text, quote, "Is this real? If so, wow," end quote, with a link to the story titled, "Meta will pay Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube creators with big followings to post on Facebook." This is an article by Zach Valise from CNBC, and here's what he said. First, on the program. Meta on Wednesday launched a new program aimed at luring top creators from TikTok and YouTube to Facebook, offering guaranteed pay and boosted reach. The Creator FastTrack program offers social media stars with established followings guaranteed monthly payments and increased reach on Facebook. It pays $1,000 a month to creators with at least 100,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, and $3,000 a month to those with over 1 million followers on any of those platforms. Quote, "We have heard from established creators on other platforms that it can be hard or intimidating to get started," end quote. Yair Livne, vice president of product for Facebook creators, told CNBC, quote, "So this program is really meant to address that need. The guaranteed payments will only last 3 months, but Livne said creators will get access to Facebook's content monetization program and will continue receiving a reach boost in perpetuity. The announcement comes as Meta steps up its broader push to win over this segment of users. The company said it paid nearly $3 billion to creators in 2025, 35% up from the previous year. About 60% of that total went to Reels content, with the rest split across other formats. Facebook, while boasting over 3 billion users, has long struggled to attract creators who have gravitated towards TikTok and YouTube. The program is the next step in a process to attract those with established audiences to help boost original content on Facebook." So to summarize here for you, and then Benji, I want to hear your reactions to this because you were the one that texted it to me. Meta is offering guaranteed monthly payments and increased reach on Facebook for creators to join. The Creator FastTrack will pay $1,000 a month to those with 100,000 followers on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, and $3,000 a month for those with more than 1 million followers. And Meta is stepping up its broader push to win over creators and said that paid nearly $3 billion to those users in 2025, up 35% from the previous year. What do you think?
Well, first off, when does that start? Because I've got like 600,000 followers and Judy has 3 million. So we want to get into that.
So it's going to work then. They're going to actually get you guys to post there more.
Oh, for sure. And it's funny. I totally forgot. I shared that with you. But the thing that makes all these activations significant is that they're not new and they've always pushed to do these. We're talking, I don't know, for 10 years now, platforms, including new ones. I was talking about that Verizon platform. I forgot the name.
Go90, right?
Go90?
I think it was Go90.
Yeah. And they'll have a pile of cash. They offer it to creators in return for something. Obviously, in this case, it's the post on the platform. But in the past, they would pay creators to post ahead of their YouTube. All of those, right, have gone away or been like short-lived or just, they were here one day, people loved it, and then they were gone, and then people kind of forgot about the platforms, and they're back to where? YouTube. All of this, including this, is just a way to go against the significance of YouTube and AdSense and the culture and the community that they built up. But it's still money, right? So for me, and I don't know if live streaming will be part of this, right? Like if live streaming would count towards this, but I've been posting to Facebook a lot more. By the way, guess who else is doing it too? Judy.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Why is Judy doing it?
Because I started to do it and she saw the numbers, right? She's actually starting to listen to me, Doc. She didn't listen to me forever. And
rightfully so.
Yeah, rightfully so, right? And like, always loved hanging out with Sean because if she hears it from Sean, even if I've been saying it for 6 months, okay, and a good time. Okay? So she, I think in the last couple of years, she's seen me become another level of creator.
Yeah.
Because I'm putting in the reps. I've always done the vlogs with her. Yeah, I've done my food channel. I had video influencers. But the amount of reps that we've been putting in, nuts. And the consistency. What's interesting is my wife. She already respects me.
Yeah.
She knows what I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got this best-selling book, YouTube Secrets. We have video influencers. Look at my network. But you know what she respected the most? Just uploading every single week, 2 times a week. That's why, like, even us live streaming, right? Mutually and I, even though like she doesn't always want the production side of her kitchen, she's like, okay, he's doing this for a reason. And so she's starting to listen to me. So going back to Facebook, she's noticing I'm getting a lot of views. Now, I will say this, they juice those views. Oh, for sure. And I see it a lot. Well, initially, say you don't upload for a long time and you start uploading. You'll notice like, ooh, that video went viral. Or, oh man, I got a good hit right there. And then slowly and slowly, even if the quality doesn't go down, you see those views go down lower and lower. Now, that could be anecdotal, right? Because I'm just paying attention to mine. But this is the story of a lot of creators. So this money that they're going to pay you.
Yeah.
Can they just sustain that forever?
Well, that's what I'm going to ask. Is like, to me, why do they only do it for 3 months if the whole game is to get people over from YouTube? What's the point of that?
They just want to get people over. See, this is the thing. Even if you make money off of Facebook in this 3-month period, would you agree that views are views?
Yes.
Okay. Now, they might not be as valuable as views on another platform, but views are views. And this is one of the reasons why I love the multi-stream function, where I don't know if that's the right term, where we're going to different platforms, because I've literally tripled and quadrupled my view count by going to not just YouTube, now YouTube Shorts, and Facebook and Instagram. So if I go talk to a brand, that's way more enticing than if I were to just go live on YouTube, because I'm reaching a bigger audience. Again, if we're real honest, which I usually am very transparent about it, the average view duration is going to be different on Facebook. We can talk about that later than the average view duration on YouTube, okay? But still, 40,000 views versus 10,000 views, that's a big deal. So going back to Facebook, they know that there's other benefits. What if you start getting followers? What if you start getting discovered by a new audience? Also, again, they can't make it go forever.
Yeah.
See, that's why AdSense on YouTube is very special. It's very sustainable. It's very fair. Even, creators can argue, oh, we should get a bigger percentage, whatever. It's always been there now for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that makes it something that's unbeatable, unbeaten, and creators rely on that. Facebook, they and other platforms, they're just desperate to get you on there. Because what do we always talk about? Why do we talk about the Netflix stories, the Paramount stories, the Disney stories? Why do we talk about those platforms, those streaming apps in relation to YouTube? YouTube has the ultimate leverage, the ultimate edge. They get people to give them free content.
Yeah, and content that works on the TV specifically. So ones that like it puts them in competition not only with like Instagram and TikTok, which also have people who upload content, but also things like Paramount and Netflix and stuff.
Content everywhere.
Everywhere.
Content on the TV. I mean, look at my stats. When I'm doing live streaming, again, we're going to go into these probably, but my live stream analytics is not just the TV. It's the TV. It's mobile.
Yeah.
It's laptops. What's the other one? Oh, tablets. Like, and it's strong, right? It's not like 90% mobile and then maybe like 5%, everything else. No, it's like kind of spread out. And it's just showing you that people love and they know they can consume YouTube on all these different devices. So YouTube's just dominating in a way that we could have never foreseen. And TV was just kind of the beginning, in my opinion, of this new era of YouTube, even beyond the television viewing behavior.
Yeah, no, I agree. And let me read the next section here from the article, and then Doc, I want to hear your thoughts about the whole situation. They talk about eligibility next, and I think that this might juice the conversation a little bit because, Benji, this is what you're going to need to know if you want a little piece of that money. And here's what he says. To be eligible, creators need to share at least 15 reels on Facebook within a 30-day period, posted on at least 10 different days. The content does not need to be exclusive to Facebook, but must be original to the creator, including AI-generated content. Doc, I'm curious about your overall thoughts, but also that eligibility restrictions there.
Actually, I think the eligibility restriction is good because that does allow you to do what most people can't do, is be consistent. Here's the dope part about it. get a scheduling app. Canva does it free. Not a fan of Canva, but hey, they do it for free. Adobe Express, which I am a fan of, also does it for free. Just create all your stuff and then have them sitting there and let them, dial out, or go get a better, subscriber thing, not subscriber thing. The word is scheduler, like Later or some of these other guys that are out there. But I want to pull it back to the views because what Benji said is correct. And it does feel anecdotal, but here's the reason why. Now, this is not my original idea. I'm stealing this from Samir, but I love the way he put it, and it sticks in my head like, like that first time I had a $550 Wagyu steak. This is sitting right next to that. Okay,
Making New York salivate, by the way.
look. Listen, once you get to Japan and you get the real deal Holyfield Wagyu, like in Kobe or, Hida or some of these other places where they actually grow Wagyu, not Wagyu America, by the way, it's not a tail, it's Wa. Wa means Japanese, right? Anyway, there's three types of views. There's empty views. These views provide high numbers, lack any substance or value, and it doesn't align with the brand's long-term goals or the creator's long-term goals. Then there's forgettable views that hold no long-term value and are forgotten immediately after watching. Those really poignant reels where somebody's making a point or, something that happened in sports 3 weeks ago. All of those funny reels from the Super Bowl, you probably can't remember most of them because Super Bowl is old at this point. Y'all are the champs, but, outside of Seattle, we moved on. We went to, Olympics, and then now I'm getting ready for my Celtics to get a back-to-back. And then there's the memorable views that create a lasting impact and build connection with the viewer. So if I run it back to Benji making recipes, right? Frying up garlic in the frying pan with mushrooms today, that image is in my head. One, I didn't eat before this. Two, that's a smell that just sticks with you. And so the next time I'm in the kitchen or the next time I'm at Wajimaya, right? The next time I'm at the store and I'm like, let me get this, let me try. You know what? Benji had tried this one ingredient. I'm going to try that. Oh, I was going to make maitake mushrooms. Let me run them out to the grill and do it there instead of doing it in a dry frying pan, which I had been doing. I want to see if it makes any difference. So those, although they were fleeting, although I was busy, although I was folding laundry, vacuuming, washing dishes, those are memorable views. So those high numbers aren't out the window because somebody is stretching their dough different this week because they saw Benji do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. It's not going to get 70 million views like when Jimmy decides to go, buy somebody, dinner, whatever, he does to make people like those views. But I tell you what, I don't remember some of those really amazing altruistic things that Jimmy did that got millions and millions of views. I can't only think of one right now as something about standing in the circle to win a car. Other than that, and dude got hundreds of videos, I don't remember none of them.
Mm.
But I remember Benji making pizza. I remember Matt with the damn cacio pepe pizza.
Mm-hmm.
A cook named Matt. You still get on my nerves because I got to what the heck ice cube on the pizza? No, straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what are you trying to do for real? When you ask yourself when you're making the content, right? What type of views do I want? Do I just need these numbers to prove to the brand that I'm gangster, or do I really need to make an impact on somebody's life? At the beginning, Benji told you, got to be committed, and these are the things that are on my mind. That proves to you he was about the impact. Wrote the book, got the receipts, right? He could have been a bigger creator just by getting bigger numbers, by doing the things that get you bigger numbers. But the brother is making an impact and making me hungry.
So give me the three terms again. It was empty views, something, and then memorable views. What was the second?
I remember empty views because it's kind of like MTV. There was a point when it was all music, and right now there ain't no dang music on the damn station. So empty views, memorable views, and forgettable views. And the one that you want is probably the memorable view.
And we talk about that.
I'm telling you right now, there's reels with 20 million views, and you don't remember what that reel was about. Even creators on their own channel will look at a reel with 20 million views and not remember what that reel was about because they got a bunch of those. But that's why that girl, I can't remember her name, and I don't want to sell her out because I feel bad for her, but she tried to do an event in Vegas and nobody came, even though she had 20 some odd million followers on TikTok. TikTok is love TikTok. I don't really do it. Same reason as Benji. Those are empty views, dog. I'm a grown man. I don't need somebody to gas me up.
Well, what you're talking about there, Doc, too, is a lot about the relationship piece. And I want to finish this section with one more quote actually from Zuck, because he actually commented directly about this program. They're kind of weaving this in together. There's some quotes from previous segments of this sort of revamp of Facebook that they're going through. But this is what they say. Quote, I just don't think that a lot of creators today think about Facebook as the primary place they can go. But that itself actually creates this huge arbitrage opportunity, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg said on the Colin and Samir show last March. Zuckerberg said at the time that he wanted to revive what he called the original spirit of Facebook, or quote unquote, OG Facebook. Since then, the company debuted a Friends tab for more personal content and overhauled the way it pays creators, shifting from a revenue share model to one based on engagement. Meta is betting that a mix of upfront payments and expanded distribution can help jumpstart activity on Facebook, particularly as creators increasingly complain about inconsistent earnings across platforms. Quote, we really want every creator to see Facebook as a home for them and a necessary platform to be on, Levinas said. Quote, we believe monetization is a big part of that story.